All right, so what's up, everybody, man? I'm gonna do this quick video on this Perry versus the United States court case, man. This is a certificate from the Court of Claims. This is from January 1935, and this is talking about the whole joint resolution of 1933 and everything. So let's get into it. So it says, one, a provision in a government bond for payment of principal and interest in United States gold coin of the present standard of value must be fairly construed as its reasonable import is an assurance by the government that the bond holder will not suffer loss through depreciation of the medium payment, right? And then it says right here on point 2, the joint resolution of June 5th, 1933, insofar as it undertakes to nullify such gold clauses and obligations of the United States and provides that such obligations shall be discharged by payment, dollar for dollar, in any coin or currency which at the time of payment is legal tender for public and private debts, is unconstitutional. They can't do that. They can't make up their own fucking money. The Constitution said gold and silver coins shall be all legal tender, right? Lawful tender. Congress cannot use its power to regulate the value of money so as to invalidate the obligations which the government has theretofore issued in the exercise of the power to borrow money on the credit of the United States. Now we're getting into the full faith and credit where all public debt is obligations of the United States. So let's get into it. There is a clear distinction between the power of Congress to control or interdict the contracts of private parties. When they when they interfere with the exercise of its constitutional authority in a power in Congress to alter or repudiate the substance of its own engagements when it has borrowed money under its constitutional authority. By virtue of the power to borrow money on the credit of the United States, Congress is authorized to pledge that credit as assurance of payment as stipulated, as the highest assurance government can give its plighted faith. To say that Congress may withdraw or ignore that pledge is to assume that the Constitution contemplates a vain promise, a pledge having no other sanction than the pleasure and convenience of the pledger. When the United States, with constitutional authority, makes contracts, it has rights and incurs responsibilities similar to those of individuals who are parties to such instruments. And this is where this is the fire, y'all. You ready? The right to make binding obligations is a power of sovereignty. And what is number 8? What does it say right here? The sovereignty of the United States resides in the people, and Congress cannot invoke the sovereignty of the people to override their will as declared in the Constitution. Whew. Y'all hear that shit, man? I'm telling you, man, go download this PDF right here. U.S. report, Perry versus United States, 294 U.S. 330, 1935. Download this PDF, print it out, man, and take it to your court case, man. And I'm telling you right now, add this shit as evidence, man. Just this page alone will be good enough. The power given Congress to borrow money on the credit of the United States is unqualified and vital to the government. In the binding quality of the promise of the United States is of the essence of the credit pledged. The fact that the United States may not be sued without its consent is a matter of procedure which does not affect the legality and binding character of its contracts. Section 4 of the 14th Amendment, declaring that the validity of the public debt of the United States authorized by law shall not be questioned, is conformatory of a fundamental principle applying as well to bonds issued after as to those issued before the adoption of the amendment. And the expression validity of the public debt embraces whatever concerns the integrity of the public obligations. The holder of a Liberty bond, which was issued when gold was in circulation and when the standard of value was the gold dollar of 25.8 grains, 9/10 fine, in which promised payment in gold of that standard claimed payment after the government, pursuant to legislative authority, had withdrawn all gold coin from circulation, had prohibited its export or its use in foreign exchange except for limited purposes under license, and had reduced the weight of gold representing the standard dollar to 15/5 or 21 grains, 15.5 to 21 grains, and placed all forms of money on the parity with that standard. The joint resolution of June 5, 1933 had enacted that such bonds should be discharged by payment dollar for dollar in any coin or currency which at time of payment was legal tender for both public and private debts. The bondholder, having been refused payment in gold coin of the former standard or in equal weight of gold, demanded currency in an amount exceeding the face of the bond in the same ratio as that borne by the numbers the number of grains in the former gold dollar to the number in the existing one, or $1.69 of currency for every dollar of the bond. The Treasury declined to pay him more than the face of the bond in currency, and he sued in the Court of Claims. That's what this case is about, man. He gave the government his actual legal gold currency, and they gave him back this bullshit paper money, these Federal Reserve notes. And after a couple years, man, he went back and tried to get his money back, and they told him that they wasn't going to give it all to him, that it already deflated in value. So yeah, man, definitely go check out this case. It's got some fire in it, man. But again, Perry versus Ohio, or Perry versus the United States. I'm sorry, man. Court of Claims. Go check it out, man. Drop a comment. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Peace.